Welcome to my channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Uncanny X-Men issues 23 to 31, where we have the last will and testament of Charles Xavier. A really solid story written by Brian Michael Bendis. Because the thing is, I've been really critical of Bendis' time on both X-Men series, be it Uncanny X-Men and All New X-Men. I feel like in Uncanny, he was able to push out a couple of good stories. Like, he was sort of hit and miss. While on All New X-Men in general, I didn't like what he was going for in that run. So without further ado, let's get into the last will and testament of Charles Xavier. That, again, if you haven't read it, don't let me spoil it for you because it's a really, really good story. So the basic premise of the story is that Xavier has died. He died at the end of the Avengers vs. X-Men crossover at the hands of Cyclops when he was possessed by the Phoenix Force. He went all crazy and power hungry, and he just went way too far. So after this, Cyclops goes into exile. He tries to start up his own school for young mutants. He's trying to deal with the guilt and pain of having lost his father figure. Also, on the other hand, he has to really prove himself to the world that he was right, that he's the leader of this mutant revolution, so on and so forth. So that's sort of like the setup to what happens here. So She-Hulk arrives with Xavier's will and informs the X-Men present that Cyclops has to be there when she starts reading it. She's totally oblivious about the whole situation of the conflict within the X-Men, that there's two camps, the Wolverine camp and the Cyclops camp, and that Cyclops is basically in exile. So once everyone's present, She-Hulk activates this hologram where we have Xavier manifesting his last will. First, he drops the bombshell that he was married to Mystique, and that catches everyone off guard. And then the second bombshell is that he tells the story that he had discovered a mutant a long time ago that's so insanely powerful and so insanely dangerous that he had to mind wipe this mutant, make him forget that he had powers in the first place because he was too freaking dangerous. And the first time I read this, I thought to myself, another mutant that can alter reality. We already have Proteus, we have Mad Jim Jaspers, Franklin Richards can do stuff like this too. Like another one, and his name's like super stupid. His name's Matthew Malloy. But the way Bendis presents this character is really, really good. This mutant is so powerful that Xavier even has a really hard time getting into this mutant's mind. And he's able to make him forget that he has powers and that he killed his whole family, but he has to go back every couple of years and go through the process again and again. And in this will, he's actually asking the X-Men, go with Rachel Summers or with Emma Frost, and please make him forget who he is because he's too dangerous. So Cyclops gets really pissed off that Xavier was a total hypocrite and immediately tries to recruit Matthew Malloy into his team so he can be part of his mutant revolution, but things just fail miserably. It's so well done. Cyclops ends up being killed. Magic ends up being killed. A shit ton of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents too. Then Matthew Malloy goes to the X-Mansion and starts killing off other X-Men because he's freaking pissed off about the whole situation. And how Bendis actually resolves this, he uses Tempest and her time travel powers. She goes to the past, she talks to Xavier, and seeing how they can resolve this problem. And they just can't find a viable solution to this because Matthew Malloy is so powerful in the first place. So they decide to go further back in time, and Xavier stops Matthew Malloy's parents from meeting each other. So Matthew Malloy doesn't exist anymore. And it's so well done. It doesn't feel like a cop-out or a Deus Ex Machina, the way Bendis frames this whole time travel thing. It's just Tempest using her powers, and once she fixes everything, she goes tell Cyclops, I'm off your team, you're a total asshole, you risked the whole end of the world because of your hubris and trying to prove the world that you were right in your mutant revolution, you can stick it up your ass. So I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.